Hey, Divine. I got nothing to talk about. All right, all right, all right. Good. I'll get out. That's my problem. At least I knew the West Coast would be up. I'm surprised that the East Coast at Central Time. I was even debating on having a contest on here. Then I thought, well, shit, that might throw me into YouTube taking my channel. I was gonna set out $10 cash app if anybody can guess what movie I just watched from 1998. That's how bored I am. Y'all can guess if you want to, though. I'll let you guess. Came out in 1998. And if I'm not mistaken, I think everybody in the movie is still alive and still making movies today. What is that, 28 years later? So Belly wouldn't qualify, I don't think. No, fuck no, I ain't in no fours. Those are good guesses, though. I don't even know what years those came out, but those are good guesses. I didn't think about those. Let me see. Uh, no, no. Wow. I figured y'all guessed it right away. I'm trying to think of a line. Okay, here's a line. I just want to hear 5 words out of your mouth. That was towards the beginning of the movie. I don't know how much of a delay there is, so I don't want to give too many hints too fast. One of the main characters in the movie is named AJ. The other main character is Harry. I help y'all any? Come on, come on. Talk to me so I know how far behind you. Yeah, it's action. It is action. Um, Let me think of another line. Yeah, 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 he's in it. Leaving on a jet plane. Don't know if I'll be back again. There you go. Charlie's got it. Leaving on a jet plane. Oh, that was it. You got it. You got it. You got that one. That's the best thing I could find out of all these freaking channels on this streaming TV thingy, whatever the hell you call it. And you know what? The crazy thing is, those actors don't look that much older 28 years later now. Yeah, as a child, as a teenager, I was in love with Michael Jackson. I probably would have been one of them girls crying if I ever went to his concert or something. By the time I became a mother, I stopped listening to him. I knew every one of his songs by heart, but I have never listened to his music again, and I refuse to. I ain't saying the things that he was accused of was his fault because he was programmed that way, but I still don't support it because he still knew right and wrong because he still hid everything he was doing. Oh, I did. Did y'all see this? Let me get this bigger so y'all can see it. Over on Instagram, I did Glock. I know you'll be interested in this. I did a I did a FOIA request a few hours ago after I'd gotten home because I saw post this up on Instagram. Post this up on Instagram. Post this up on Instagram. Did you see that? Post that up on Instagram. Did you see that? Post that up. So I went and asked for the case file on Instagram because that is one thing behind the scenes for the case file on Instagram that really because that is one thing asking about and asked for the case file on Whiskey's arrest back in 2015 that time. That is one thing I've never been able to figure some things out on Whiskey's arrest back in 2015 that time. That is one thing I've never been able to figure some things out on Whiskey's arrest back in 2015 that time. That is one thing I've never been able to figure some things out on Whiskey's arrest back in 2015 that time. That is one thing I've never been able to echo. I don't know why. I don't have any sound on, so I should have one thing. There's an echo. I don't know why. I don't have any sound on, so I should have one thing. There's an echo. I don't know why. Wait a minute. Is that better? My tab had the voice on. Okay. That's great. Hold on. Oh, that's why I wasn't hearing it. Because I didn't have that speaker. There we go. I know that's better now. I fixed it. I just gonna sound like a robot. I'm sorry I missed your call. It's just now dinging me. I'm gonna call you back. Yeah, how you like that? It's all better now. I know I'm just fucking with you. This is how bored I am. The speaker wasn't on, so that's why I didn't hear the echo myself, but my tab didn't have the volume muted. That's why. Okay. Y'all say hey. That's the thing that sucks is that the chat can't talk out loud to me. All right, let's find something to do. Okay. All right. Yes, that was divine. Leaving on the jet plane. Hey, Kimberly. All right. Yes, I did do a FOIA request, Glock. Wooski's calling out the snitches. Let's see. Does it go this way? Just this way. That's the other page he posted up from. Let me see. It says the incident happened on July the 12th of 2015. I was able to find that out from my spreadsheets. It was 400 East 71st Street. Ooh, and I misspelled Chicago. They probably think I'm crazy. Aggravated battery with the handgun. So, we'll see what we can get from that. I appreciate that, Kim. I appreciate that. I haven't gotten the notifications yet, but sometimes YouTube be a little slow about them things. I ain't even got a notification that I'm live yet. Nope. They still ain't even told me I'm live. Storms possible today. Ooh. They gonna stop playing with that man. I'm just glad he called him out on it. Let me see. I think I went and I looked the dude up, and I think this is him. Let's see. He got busted the next month, I think, with a gun or something. I'll be back. Big thing on the jet plane. My that song stuck in my head all fucking night now. I'm trying to sleep. All right, let's see. What can we put on to watch? Y'all pick somebody. Pick somebody for a topic, and I'll see if I got a video about them that I've already made that we can watch. Or pick a set. How's that? Please, God, don't pick no Kanika Jenkins. Please don't pick Kanika Jenkins. Yardy, you trying to get in on the action? The freaking internet is dry. Oh, yeah, it's just dry as fuck. Y'all still with me? I got two people, it says in the chat, but I don't know if that's real or not because earlier it was saying I ain't have nobody in the chat, but yet people were still talking. Shit's black game. You talking about them youngins? I ain't got no videos on youngins. Shirley be hitting me up all the time about the youngins, and I'm like, man, they die faster than I can make a video on them. You know what? Let's see. Let me see. I can do something. see. Oh, I can't do that one. Nope. That one shows the blood. No, I didn't keep up with him. I mean, I did a little report about him, but I didn't really put nothing out. All right, here's one. Hold on, because I'm gonna put my watermark on this. This is from my Patreon. Now, I don't have it set up the way that I have it set up on Patreon. This is just going to be the way that they send it to me through the FOIA request. But where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Let me slap this on here real quick. Hold on, let me do this and then I'll explain it to y'all. What do you want, bird? Leaving on the jet plane. I need it bigger than that. I need it bigger. What bird? What do you want? Give me just a second here, guys. This is, how long is it? 12 minutes, I think it said. Yeah, 13 minutes. Bitch. This is what happens when you rush things. All right, come here. Oh, come here. Get in the middle. Slide up. Duplicate. There we go. Export, export, export. All right. Let's see what y'all got here. Okay. It's processing right now, putting my watermark on there. Um, what this is going to be, it's going to be, like I said, I've only ever played it over on my Patreon. It's one of the three cameras from when T. Roy got hit. I picked this one just basically because it doesn't have the part where he's laying there with the big old blood spot on him. What I'll do is while that's playing, I'll try to edit the other one real quick so that way I don't get in trouble with YouTube So that one I have time to process. I'm not putting it together like I because it was what, a 3 hour documentary on Patreon because I did the paperwork and everything. But I think the part that really astonished me the most with this footage is, besides the fact it took me over 2.5 years to get it, was the fact that everybody that ever put out the T-Roy video, they only put out that same 20, 30 seconds. And you get, in reality, you get three or four, trying to think. Three, I made four because I used their screen that has all the cameras on it. But anyway, you get three full length videos and nobody's ever showed the other parts. And to me, the other parts are just as important because it shows him walking around the store, the last moments of his life, how, for lack of a better term, happy go lucky type of thing. You know, he had no thought in his mind that he was fixing to lose his life, you know. And that's why I feel like I clearly can debunk all the people saying, oh, he was out op shopping. Well, as you're going to see here in this footage, if he was op shopping, why was he over there getting the bacon out of the cooler? That don't make no sense. That's the main reason why I don't show y'all the one uh, Patreon because it doesn't have what you call it, a watermark on it. Why you can't play them? I'm glad saying it can't play that video there. Trying to look at some other videos that I copy. Get your ass over here. Y'all still with me here? Because I know all of y'all ain't seen all my videos. Because if you had, I would have had a lot bigger numbers on them. And these particular ones I've never even shown on my channel. All right, it's about halfway through processing. Okay. Block is here. Processing. Oh, so they sent me the story that says little Zay Osama's brother got arrested by the marshals, but they don't know why. Oh, and then I saw a story that whoever was shooting at Trump, I think they caught him already. Ain't nobody live right now. Wow. YouTube is showing that there's 12 channels live at the moment. I don't know how accurate. I didn't even watch it. He ain't send me a stimulus check. I ain't worried about it. He ain't send me nothing. When they were doing the stimulus checks, this tells you how deep into research I was doing, not watching TV, nothing. I didn't even know about the stimulus checks until they did the last one. And I signed up and got the last one. I missed all the other ones. You know, that's exactly what it is. I think it's all a bunch of stunts. Like I said before, my brother-in-law is in the military, and he doesn't really so much tell me things that he's not supposed to. But if I'm wrong about something, he has no problem telling me I'm wrong about it. When I have a theory or something. But if I tell him a theory that I'm accurate or close to accurate with, he'll just kind of nod his head, or he'll say something like, "That's something to think about." And I was talking to him, I don't know, a little while back ago, and I told him, I said, I think a lot of these governmental stories right now is really just distractions for other things that's happening, whatever they may be, whatever the incidents may be. We may know what they are, we may not know what they are, but that don't surprise me because it doesn't rain in Texas in Florida like it used to. It used to rain like 4 or 5 times every week. My entire life, anytime I come over here to visit, it would rain 4 to 5 times a week. Now it rains once or twice, and it always seems to be raining in Texas, but Texas is still always going through a drought. Figure that out. Felons can vote. I can vote. I just choose not to. Felons can vote, and after so many years, they can also uh, get a FOIA card to be allowed to be licensed to carry if they stay out of trouble. Because I'm eligible. I just ain't went and did it. Hell, I can't even get into fucking college without them giving me shit. I can't even get my goddamn YouTube channel back without them fucking telling me for the same information over and over and over. I don't deal well with disappointment. That's why I don't deal with a lot of things. Because I don't want to hear no. If I want it, I go get it myself. If I can't have it, all right. It's because I did my best and I can't achieve it. Okay, fine. Other than that, no. But like with this college thing, it's out of my hands. I can't run the laws that they claim in the state of Florida has. All right, where you at? All right, here we go. There's no sound to it. So over there on the left is going to be just some customers. There's two boys when he walks in. He goes back outside. He hollers at the guy that was just in the store, and he asks him if he's got a charger he could borrow so he could charge his phone. So they're coming back up the sidewalk, and they're going to come back to the store. And they go off to the left there, behind the counter, to plug up the cell phone. Now, so somewhere in here, they'll like blurry up the whole damn page, but then they clear out the whole damn page. I don't think that they were real concerned with what they were burning up. I'm going to get this other one going. We don't have to wait on it. Let me go to the um, stuff. Now, but they're back there. That's why they're back there looking at the bacon and stuff. I think he's got it in his hand. Because in the one that I did on Patreon, I zoomed in. Yeah, he's got it in his hand. I had zoomed in and you can see it real clear. One other move. They should be walking in. Plus, on the one that I put on Patreon, I had the timestamp on there. That's when you see TV and Lucy looking through the glass. That's why he's looking at me because they're walking back and forth in front of the glass. Lucy goes over to the thing and ties the shoe up. Now that's Lucy walking in there, and then there's TV. And like I said, I zoom in and you can see, like right here, what he does is he slides a handgun off to the side. Underneath, he tries to push, because he had a gun on him too. right, this is where the cops are. EMS. They're back there. Now, what y'all don't know because you can't see it on this camera, they had it all blurred up, was one of the cops went back there to the butcher or someone back there and got some saran wrap and was trying to make a chest patch because they didn't have a chest patch to put on his chest to try to make, keep the blood from coming out so much. The EMS is not there yet, it's just the cops. There's the saran wrap, they just tossed it to him. There you go. He's over there telling that cop what he saw what happened. They can't get the saran wrap open. Bunch of men. There you go. Now he's got it. Nope, we don't got it. They still battle around with him a lot. Here comes somebody with gloves. There's the EMT. Y'all getting exclusive for being up and board tonight. And you can tell by some of these cops, they didn't care. Not a big deal. Okay. Another gangbanger. All right, that's the last of that one. All right, I got this other one. It's going to be real quick. This is going to show, and I can show this. I don't have to edit this one. So this shows after he gets shot where he's going to come crawling across where he goes to. Keyword crawl. There. It's less than a minute, so gotta watch. You can see I put the timestamp on there. See, you're gonna see him come crawling across in front of that aisle there. He shuts that door back there. What he does, that door over on the left, he pulls it shut, and then he gets back up and he locks it, and then he goes down on the ground. And they try to get the door open. They can't get the door open. The guy that was letting him use his charger ends up jumping over the counter right there where it's got the Chips Ahoy display thingy, whatever it says, and unlocks the door. And they just drag him out right here where you see the B for betrayal. They just drag him out and leave him laying right there. That's the part that I have to edit because they do blur it for a few seconds, but then that's it. So let me get that part. That's not here. I ain't gonna watermark this one. I'll let y'all look at this one while I get the other one ready. This one here is the one that the footage that I made, and I say that I made it, you'll understand. What I was, I zoomed in to where you see all the different screens that they have showing, and you'll be able to see TB and Wooski going back and forth over here on this the upper left hand screen, and then you'll see them on the bottom left hand screen going across the glass right there before they come in. Yes, it was on Valentine's Day, 2017. That one played while I did this other one. So I have to edit this up. Yeah. As you see Roy and the guy walked in. And you see TV and them walking across the front up there on that screen. I watched this part so many times back and forth because watching it, hey, baby daddy, this is some stuff that I've only put on my Patreon when I first started my Patreon, but I'm letting them look at it while I edit something over here. So I don't lose this channel too. We bored and we're just here bullshitting. That's all. Because some of it they edit, but then all of a sudden they just stop editing it. And even though if you don't zoom in, you really can't see anything. But I know I put a little snippet of it on my channel one time, and YouTube took it down. So I'm gonna we can lose one channel when we're still trying to get back to the other damn channel. Just put it out there. I don't care if it goes on the back of people's shirts or not. What you doing up this late, baby daddy? This is the one that I enjoyed watching up until the part where he got shot because you can really see him walking around and just like you normally would if you were his friend. I was so bored. I went back to 1998 watching a movie. The movie finished on sites from and real to Oh yeah, I'm not holding the mic because my hands are busy. Oh, did I say whiskey? I got whiskey on the brain. It's getting get right. I'm sorry. I said whiskey. Don't come get me. We was talking about whiskey a while ago. That's why I had whiskey in my mouth. So this is the part where they're blocking the others. There we go. There we go. There we go. You're rapping. That's when all the cops are coming in. Take it. Is it? Oh no, those are the workers. That's where they're moving stuff out of the way for EMT to come in. I don't have whiskey on the brain because I was showing those screenshots that whiskey posted up when we were talking about whiskey. Whiskey gonna come shoot my damn house up. I'm sorry, whiskey. I bet whiskey wish it would have been him though. He probably would have took the gun away from TB and did it himself. He would have recognized whiskey. See, T. Roy did not know TB. He did not know what he looked like. That's the only reason why he stayed there looking like, when he walked up to him, he did a crappy job of okay, so we can throw that away. He's not a problem. He's I'd say let me say it like this. A lot of people would say that he's a solution to a lot of problems. Ah, okay, what else we got? Let me see if I can put anything else up while that one's processing. Oh, y'all remember when I had this in my intro? This is how, this was the very first time I ever saw T. Roy, and I was not even covering the drill scene stuff. And I used to, whenever people would piss me off with the Kanika Jenkins case, I would post it up over on Facebook. Let's see, let me mute myself. Hold on.
If a motherfucker run up on me, I will shoot you. No problem. I will fucking shoot you. Yes, I will. So if you see me and ain't no shit, leave me the fuck alone. Cause I stay with my savages. Well, I'm solo right now, but I got one of my savages. But leave me the fuck alone. Don't beat it down. Cause you don't know if I was on your ass, cause I ain't gonna get the motherfucking, looking at you and none of that shit. I'm just gonna scorn you dumbass. Scorn, bitch.
Yep, schoon. TB walked right up to him and he still didn't even go for his own weapon because he didn't know who TB was. And if I understand and remember correctly, should I say, get right, when he walked up to him, he just said something to the effect of "What you on?" Something like that. Um, what is this? Is there no sound? Wow. Why don't I have sound on this video? Why do I have a black? I guess it was one of the ones that I was fixing to insert in there. Why am I not seeing the other footage with Poppy and them walking up and down the sidewalk? Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, we played this one. I ain't got to put a watermark on it. Copy, paste. By the time that one's done, then the other one will be ready. Now, where'd you go, Poppy? And if I remember, the reason the timestamp was an hour off, I think. Yeah, it was an hour ahead. They hadn't changed the timestamps. Now, that guy in that reddish jacket is the one that he's going to be using his charger. TV was a chameleon. He could fit in anywhere. He could make himself adapt and change and look like he belonged wherever he was at. Now, I point this out in my documentary. I wish I could see my mouse swinging around here, but it's all right. When T-Roy gets shot, some of the workers will come out walking down the sidewalk and then they take a turn right here on that side of the street and walk alongside the store like if they're going to a parking lot in the back or going to their vehicle or whatever. And the best I could come up with is maybe they knew that they were having to call the cops. Maybe they had some weed on them. Maybe they had a gun on them. I don't know. That's what it seemed like they was doing to me, like they was stashing stuff in their vehicle because then they came back and went back inside the store, shit like that. Let's see. Why are you blocking that face? You ain't blocking everybody else's face. Those are things that catch my attention. Why are they blocking certain people's faces and not other people's faces? And there goes the misfits. Now, On the documentary, I zoom in and you could see it real good. When I told Big Dale about it, he laughed so hard. Because right here, look, if you look up there at the top of the screen, Get Right is bending down, tightening up his Timberlands before they go inside the store. Because he knows he's going to get ready to come running. He's still bent down. Now he's standing up. And what they're doing is they're going in and out different windows of the other stores, looking around the corner before they actually go in the shop. When they shoot them and they come running out, I think it's Get Right that ran across both sets of those railroad tracks across the street and then came this way, and TB just came straight this way. And if I had to take a guess, they came this way a couple of blocks and cut over to TB's other house. But Big Dale did tell me that those two guys ran all the way back to the hood, back over on 63rd. By the time they got there, they were all sweaty and everything. By the time they got there, word had already gotten back to Dale, I guess because of him working at the church right there at O Block, that T-Roy had been shot. And he said, when he saw the two guys, he says, Get Right just kind of like turned off, like he didn't want to, see Dale. But TB didn't get that opportunity. TB was right up, face to face with them. And Big Dale asked TB, he says, did you do that? Did y'all do that to that boy? And he says, the TB told him no. So Big Dale had called me and asked me after I had this footage. He goes, did TB really do that? Because he believed TB. He took him at his word that he didn't do it. So all these years, he had always thought that maybe somebody was lying or whatever. And I said, no, I says, you see it clear as day. I says, he pulls out a revolver from his back waistband and he shoots him. Now, it seems like they're in the store a long time, but they're not, because like I said, what they did before they went in the store was they were like hiding in some of the window areas of the other stores. I'm waiting to see him come running out. Because Get Right, he just got them legs going. Looks like two long legs, just poof, 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 poof. There he goes. There he goes. He's running over the tracks. TB's coming this way. TB looked like he wasn't even trying to run hard. Let me see. Oh, this is where the misfits come back laughing because they saw it happen. There goes Poppy. Yeah, this was on Valentine's Day 2017 in Chicago. All right. Let me grab the other one because it's ready. The one I had to edit real quick. And y'all don't cry because I did a shitty job editing. But it is what it is. Y'all could always pay the $5 and go over yonder. All right. Now, right here at the bottom of the screen is where that's T. Roy already, and the other guy that he's getting the charger from. This is the part where I'm talking about. You could see him just walking around like nothing. He had no idea what was coming. They go back over there on the right-hand side looking for the bacon. Now, this is not going to be zoomed in or nothing like that little short clip that I showed y'all. This is just, all I did here was edit, block the part where they drag them out, because YouTube, like I said, they got me last time for showing that part. Now they standing right over here. What is that? Cheetos, cheese puffs, whatever. So we're not really going to see the guys walk in and shoot him from this angle, but we will see him come across the floor. Yeah, baby daddy, this is the shooting that actually started the whole set off the mini war between O Block and STL. Okay, he just shot him there between O Block and STL and all them guys. Because after this, that's when O Block just started killing everybody on the other side. All right, now he crawls up there behind the counter. See how he pulls the door shut? He's gonna reach up there and he's gonna lock it. Now he's just laying down on the floor. They're all trying to figure out where he's at, and they realize that he went behind the counter, and they'll try to start opening the door, but they can't open it because he's got it locked. The guy in the red is the one that goes over the counter. If I'm not mistaken, he's the one that goes over the counter and unlocks the door. Even though they're blurring a lot of this up right now, for some reason they're going to stop blurring it up. There's two, right? That's where he falls out. Or they pull him out, should I say. Because they got to, the EMS has got to be able to get to them, the EMTs. Now, here in a minute or so, you're going to see the redaction like rise up on the screen and then it'll finally just disappears. I don't know. Because this one of those customers, I think it's the one in the black there, he brings his kid back in the store and leaves her standing there by those little pastries just to come look. One of these customers do, I don't know which one it is, just to come look at T Roy. And I'm like, man, you don't even care. You done brought your kid back in the store to see this shit. Yeah, later at the hospital. Because when I did the documentary over on Patreon, I was, I zoomed in and everything. And when they were picking him out on the stretcher and you could see he was still breathing. Is that the guy that brought his kid back in? Maybe that's him. I don't know. I just thought that was fucking crazy. Now, they've called the 911 and all that, but nobody is technically helping him. It's one shot straight to the chest. Let's for this a little bit. He's still moving around. I hope that's a good enough edit. They can take this down into It was at point blank range with the revolver. Now you see the police coming in. Like I said, you'll see them when they're trying to get some saran wrap or something to put on his chest because they don't have a chest patch thingy. And he was only about 5'3", 5'4". He's a real short. No, he's 5'2", I think. That's where the cops are going back there to the butchers and asking if they got some plastic. There you go, the plastic wrap. Throws them another one. They can't get it open because of their rubber gloves, I guess. Tearing it all up. Still can't get a piece of it open. But I can give them credit. At least they was trying. Yeah, I skipped over. I mean, I fast forwarded it a lot. Like I said, when they leave here, he is still alive. But I think within the hour of them leaving here is when they said that the doctor called it. But he was responsible for, I don't even himself. Okay, that's the end of that one. Let me show you the other one again, boss, because I don't think you were in here. This one's only like 20, 30 seconds long. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just show you. Show you, show you, show you, show you. I'll fast forward and show you. Where's that? Okay, well, this is the one where after they shoot him, he's going to come from the right side to the left side. Like I said, everybody that ever got this footage, none of them ever showed this stuff. They just showed that same few seconds, which I gotta find where I put it. I done lost. It's gotta be in this other folder because I put my watermark on. Oh, okay, stupid. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. That's right there. He goes back out and he asked the other guy for that had walked out if he had a charger so they could charge his phone. I'm gonna pass. They plug it up over there behind the cash register. And then they'll walk back and forth over to this cooler area because they're looking. He actually went over there to go get some bacon. He was going to go see his girl for Valentine's, cook her something to eat, whatever, that type of thing. So they're over there. They're looking for he wanted turkey bacon. Gets the turkey bacon. It's basically kind of. All right, right here, they start seeing the guys through the windows. The two guys that's going to come in. That's the first one. See if I can stop it in time. See, he's got it already behind his leg there. He just pops. Now he's going to spin around on the floor, and what he's doing is he's pulling out his pistol, and he's going to slide it under the shelving on the left side of that aisle where he's at. That's when he crawls across to the cash register area. So yeah, y'all got an exclusive. Everybody else had to pay to see that. But I can't tell you how many, because T-Roy being there, he was so little. When he had beef with somebody, he couldn't really fight him, fist fight him. It was just wouldn't be a fair fight. So he always carried his gun with him. And he was King Von's best friend. And him and Von would actually go out and do hits together. They did several hits together. Um, that Von, they put it down in the history books that Von did it, but it was actually both of them on a lot of those. Or they just cold cases, but nobody ever really wanted to tell on T. Roy, this guy here, because they were more worried about him coming back and getting their ass. Because he was out doing his drilling before Vaughn was, I think. That type of stuff. Tony Bands, you late. You late. Sorry, you already seen it on Patreon. We was just bored, so I went live, and I was showing some of the T-Roy footage that's over there on the Patreon. But let me see. All these years, if you go look it up, well, here, I'll just look it up. I bet y'all find it faster than looking on my damn computer. T-Roy shooting. All right, here's one. No. But I got put on the O block T-Roy. I'm looking to see what this one has on it. Okay, not that one. Pause it. Because it's only going to be a few seconds. Everybody that, whoever did the T-Roy FOIA request, they had to have gotten the same footage I did. But all these years, this is the only thing that anybody else ever showed. Let me mute this.
Incident would be one of the most iconic gang members that died. It would happen on February 14th, 2017. As you can see in the footage, two guys are standing there looking like they're having a conversation. The guy in the back is James Johnson, aka T. Roy from O Block. He was allegedly out op shopping this day and got caught in the ops neighborhood. And when he walked into the store, he ran into 3 TW members. The second person that walks into the frame is allegedly the guy with the name of Can't Get Right. And then the next guy is TB, who fired the fatal shot. People in the comments say that T. Roy probably thought that they was going to jump him. And as you can see, when TB walked up, he didn't have any gun in his hand. And when he got close up to T. Roy, he kind of slick pulled it out. This all happened in a store in the 2000 block of East 71st Street. James Johnson, aka T. Roy, was shot once in the chest and died at the hospital. This is really crazy because this surveillance footage was only released about 11 months ago, and I really haven't heard anything about it until this incident would be one of the most iconic games.
And all across social media, anywhere you look, that's the only part they've ever shown. Nobody else has ever shown anything else. So when I finally got it, yeah, 3 TW members. Who's the third one? Yeah, Poppy was there, but Poppy was outside. And they had other guys, Poppy had other guys with them too. Was it Richie Jerk or somebody, I think? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me see. Murders of T-Boy. I know Trap Lord Ralston did it. Yeah. It doesn't have it in the title. Let me see. Let me see. He's got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got him listed for 9 bodies. Then after he gets killed, the Get Back game got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8. Plus HK got killed trying to rob the guy. All they got to do is block it out like I did. But there was a lot of that footage that they could have showed. Like I said, to me, I literally, there's clips of it. I made small clips of it. And I sent it to some of his friends before he got shot, when he's just walking around the store and he's just smiling and playing or whatever, because that was the last moments of his life. And I mean, me personally, I would have liked to have that, before something bad actually happened to him. And the world would have wanted to see it. Let me see. Because that's what I started my Patreon with, was that. And like I said, I did FOIAs for 2.5 years before they finally approved it. They kept denying it over and over. Oh, it's a 2 hour document. Let's see. It's been played 10,500 times, but then it says it's been seen 2,217 times. I don't know what happened to the 8,000 between it, but okay. Oh, the impression's been seen. Okay, but it's been played 10,000 times. What about this one? Oh, okay. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. And I still don't know what happened to my live earlier. Because like I put on my post, the live was an hour and 32 minutes, but for some reason, they only showing 58 minutes, 59 minutes of it. I don't know why. YouTube does what it wants to do. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to get off here and see if I can find something to watch that's not 1998. All these channels, all these movies streaming, got to be something I haven't seen that I would be interested in, should I say. I ain't into all these comedies and shit like that. Ha! Is y'all serious? I've been on here almost an hour and a half. It says I got 23 views. I know y'all smoking dope. I'm telling y'all, makes a big difference going live on the mobile device. 23 views for an hour and a half. The Family Channel, I think I've seen every video they've made. Downloaded a bunch of them too. If y'all didn't go watch Drill Time TV's video he posted up, he did give me a shout out today. And I liked it, the way he did it. He put my whole voice note on there when I'm talking to him. But I put his link on my community wall. Make sure y'all check that out. Go show him some love. He was going to put Divine Black Rose in there too. She gave him permission, but then he edited down the video, so I guess that part got cut out. But he did mention her, he just didn't mention her name. So, hey, there you are. I'm telling everybody, go check you out. I got your link on my wall. What you doing up at this time? Because we bored. If I don't find nothing on TV, I'm gonna end up putting on one of Chicago Scene 88 videos and that I downloaded. That way I ain't gotta mess with the commercials. And that freaking music will put my ass to sleep. If nothing else, that'll put me to sleep. All right, you guys, y'all stay safe. And let me look real quick. Nope, no documents have dropped. So, because y'all know I get that notification when on my email whenever they drop the documents. See, it's good to be a member. Yeah, We was just bored, and I was showing some T-Roy footage that's over on my Patreon. That's all we was doing. All right, all right. I need to find out where you got that, but I ain't even gonna ask because I know it ain't free shit. But I like what you did on there. I like what you did. You did a good job. Anyway, you guys stay safe, and we'll talk again soon. Y'all take care. Good night.